Hi everyone, Lisa here from LC Designs. Welcome to Workshop Wednesday, December 14th, 2022. Man, these days keep flying by. I can't even keep track of them. And I'm been so busy trying to get things ready for next year, playing with all the new goodies. I have a couple of announcements. Tomorrow is free shipping day. So Stampin' Up is offering free shipping on any order over $75. So let me remind you, if you spend $35 in my online store, you'll get my Sweet Stampin' Friends tutorial. If you spend $50, you're gonna get a free desktop calendar plus the tutorial. So just keep that in mind. If you need a catalog, if you need the new catalogs, I have them right here. If you need the new catalogs, I have a registration form that I'll post after the video's done, but I'll have it at the top of the page. You're looking for some last minute gifts. I have my adhesive kits still available. I can ship those out today if they need to be shipped. I do have some card kits. I think I have the memory book kit. So I have some kits on hand in case you're looking for last minute gifts. And I think that's it. Just remember, free shipping tomorrow. I always like to use the free shipping days to order all the cardstock, any adhesives I need, embellishments. Good time to stock up, especially with the free shipping. And reminder to share my video. When you share my video, you're entered into a chance to win a prize. This week's prize is going to be the North Pole sacks. These are so cute that all you have to do is fold them in half and you can make it into a gift card holder. So if you need a bunch of gift card holders, you can make them with these. I believe that is it. So if you've seen my my post earlier, we're going to be making this box, which is right here. And this box has a Bath and Body Works candle in it. The other day they had their big sale, so of course I ordered some as gifts, and I personally like this frosted coconut snowball, but see how I try to make the box look like the candle. And I wanted to use it. See that big old giant snowflake? There's our big old snow crystal snowflake. So this box is going to take a lot of embossing. We're doing a lot of embossing today. And then if you are my email subscriber, you will get the step-by-step instructions with the video link as well, so that you can follow along to make the project. So if you want the project sheets each week, just join my email list. Okay, let me go over the stuff we're going to use because we have quite a bit today. I'm using the snow crystal. That's our giant snowflake that we're going to put on the box. I'm using the trees for sale, and I'm using these trees because I wanted to make it look like the candle. And then I'm using Framed and Festive, and we're just using this sentiment, have yourself a merry little Christmas. So there's a lot of stamp sets today. And then I will be using the stylish shape dies, and I'm just using the large square. One other thing I want to point out is the trees for sale. It had dies at one time. These were celebration. If you have these, we'll be using the big outline. I already pulled it out. If not, you can fussy cut it. Not a big deal. Personally, I fussy cut this one and then realized I had a die for it. So we'll probably, excuse me, use the die to cut out a little bit of time. I'm also going to use the Stamparatus, especially with these big, the big dies. And then we're going to do a lot of embossing on 4 panels. So this box is going to take a few sheets of cardstock. because we don't, even our 12 by 12 wouldn't fit around the candle. So we're gonna start out with 2 pieces of 4 3/4 by 9. So that means, let me open this up, pull my arm out, and we'll go 4 3/4, and then by 9. And these little extra pieces, these are good to make gift card holders with. You make some quick and easy gift card holders. I know nowadays the kids, they all want gift card holders. So again, 4 3/4. My grandkids are just like, they want money. Money or gift cards. 4 3/4, and then by 9. And so we have our 2 pieces there. And then we're gonna need 2 pieces of 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. And that's gonna be our bottoms. So you can use whatever color you want. I'm gonna just go ahead and stick with Starry Sky, especially for the outside bottom. So these are 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. And let me move that aside. And we are gonna score some pieces now. I forgot my lid, but we'll do the lid in a bit. So these pieces, the long side, the 4 3/4 by 9 pieces, we're gonna score the long side at 4 1/4 and 8 1/2. And then we're gonna score the short side at, I think it's 1/2. I forgot to put that measurement on there. So we're gonna go with the 1/2. It should be right. So again, 4 1/4, 8 1/2, and then the short side at 1/2. Okay, so that's all. We're not gonna burnish these lines or anything right now because we're gonna do the embossing. So like I said, this one's gonna have quite a bit of embossing to do here. So we have our little tray, and I'm using the gold embossing powder because I wanted to match the candle again. They got gold. So what we're gonna do, let me move this out of the way first, and we're gonna get the Stamparatus. And these will not line up. I kind of put the markings at first, but they're not really going to line up because this side is shorter. If I was to just turn it, it's not going to match. Your snowflake will be way over there, but we can just start with these lines. And let's pull this off. Let me put a stamp case under there. And so pretty much we're just going to line it up. It's not going to fit the whole snowflake because this is a pretty big one. And then just flip this over so it attaches. Let me get my Versamark. I have a bunch of stamps because we're using a bunch of stamps today. And I got a nice new Versamark pad. My other one had so much embossing powder in it and stuff because I was probably being careless. So we're just gonna stamp that over. And we're gonna take it off and we'll emboss it. So let's just go ahead and put the embossing powder on right away. I could have used my embossing buddy and I forgot. This will take a lot of embossing powder. Let me move this out of the way and we will emboss it. And we're gonna do this 4 times. So it is gonna take a little bit. I should have did a couple ahead of time. Let's see it turning. It's already turning gold. so pretty. I like how it looks on this Starry Sky cardstock. I know that the silver and white would stand out really pretty as well. I went with the gold to match the candle. It's getting a little hot on my fingers. It's getting close to my fingers there. Okay, so that one, I think is pretty much done. So now, like I said, if I line this up here, my snowflake's not going to be in the right position. So I'm just going to put this paper on here, use my magnet. These magnets are so strong. And this, I'm just going to take it off and line it back up here. Yeah, there's a little bit of ink, but we're going to put it right back on there. So let's get our Versamark again. And like I said, this is going to be it's quite a bit of embossing. And like I said, I probably should have did the other two panels ahead of time, and I didn't because I wanted to cut everything too. So I only have a little bit of more embossing powder in my jar. Are you guys, do you guys get these candles a lot? Me and my daughters always have these candles lit in our houses. I think I need to order me some more gold embossing powder because I've made... Hi Debbie, how you doing? So when there's a little bit of extra, see I didn't use my embossing buddy again. That's what our little paintbrush is for, to get that extra out of there. Okay, that one looks good. Let's move this out of the way. I always manage to get some somewhere. Let's go ahead. I'm going to turn this way. Yeah, so we always have these candles in our houses. So this year I bought some for gifts, and I was like, let me create a box that we can put it in. Thank you for sharing my video, Debbie. Uh-oh, I must have made a little boo-boo with my Versamark. So I have some blotches. But nobody's gonna notice but you. You know, we're all perfectionists in our own kind of way. All right, so let me repeat that again. Let's, this is gonna take a little bit to do these snowflakes. I could have looked for a smaller snowflake, but I really liked how this one kind of matched the lid of the candle. So I was like, and I haven't really used this snow crystal stamp. All right, I'm gonna try and hurry so we can get through this and get this box assembled. And then we're doing more embossing on the trees. Yeah, I definitely need some more gold embossing powder. There went my paintbrush. Are you guys all done with your Christmas shopping and card making? And not me, I'm still making cards. I'm still addressing Christmas cards. I'll get them out soon. I should put some out, Monday. I'm gonna send some more out today. It's like addressing them all and trying to sign them all, plus making them. I should have started a long time ago. And plus I got busy playing with my new goodies that, you know, I was all over the place. Instead of sticking to doing my Christmas cards right away. I used to be one who would, well, that tape I think melted. I think I need to touch this one up. I used to be one who would always have my Christmas cards done by Thanksgiving, and then I would just send them out right after Thanksgiving. But that definitely was not me this year. Okay, one more time, and then we're going to get this box assembled. And then we're going to do some more embossing on the trees. Again, I wanted them to match the candle. And they have so many cute candles. I've seen a Cookies for Santa one, and I thought, ooh, I can use the, I'm going to change this around, put this away for right now. Was Cookies for Santa, and I thought of the Santa's Delivery stamp set to use on that one. Okay. I'm glad you caught me live today too, Debbie. How's the weather where you're at? Ugh, it's so cold here. I've been wearing flannels. I was wondering if last week I wore the same flannel in my video because it's been so cold. This week we're really supposed to get down low. And being from California, I'm not used to this kind of cold. I didn't live in the Sierras or anything. Okay, one more. Hi, Antoinette. I'm so glad you're here. How are you doing? I was just talking about how's the weather over there in New York. Talked to my son yesterday in Washington, D.C., and he said it was pretty cold. I guess I really shouldn't complain how cold it is here because I'm not nowhere compared to some of you all. Okay, so that's the last one. So now let's assemble this box. It should be pretty easy from it. So we can burnish the lines now. I just didn't want to do it before we did all this embossing. Here's the other piece. And so we're just going to cut them both exactly the same. So let's snip these off. This little square is going to come off here because you know that's going to be your tab. And then just that one right there like that. Oh, good. So at least you got the sun out. Huh? We have the sun out, but it's super windy, and then that's what makes it so cold. Okay, snip that one. So now we're just going to add tear and tape to the tabs. And I like to put a lot of tear and tape, especially for this box, because these candles are a little bit heavy, and that's why we're gonna reinforce them. I got some tape stuck on my fingers. We're gonna reinforce the box with those other pieces of paper that we had already cut. So let's take this off, this off. You can use liquid glue. I'll probably use liquid glue on the lid. Just adhere those two. I got this embossing powder everywhere. Does you guys get embossing powder all over? As much as I try not to, for whatever reason, I still manage to get it all over. I was telling my husband that yesterday too when I was creating this box. So here's our box, our walls to our box. So now we're going to use some liquid glue, and we'll just adhere these four corners. Yeah, I don't know. I just always manage to get embossing powder all over. Okay, I'm going to hold these down just for a couple of seconds or a few seconds because we don't want them to come apart. Oh, so you guys, everyone sounds like they're in the same boat as us with the cold, rainy. So now this is that 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, and we're gonna put the right over this, and then that's gonna be our bottom. So I'm using liquid glue. You can use tear and tape if you want. You would just put it on all these edges. And we're gonna put that right over there like that. So then we cut another piece of 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. And this is just a reinforcement to go inside. It doesn't have to be glued down unless you want it to glue down. Oops. And then I think I cut on one of the lips. Or if you want, you can use the you know, the hard backing to that comes with the cardstock or whatever cardstock, not cardstock, the DSP and stuff. So the more like chipboard or whatever, you can use that in the bottom and it'll make it sturdy. So I'm gonna put my candle in now, and then we're gonna make the lid, which we didn't cut that to begin with. We're gonna cut the lid, and the lid is, let me see what the lid was, 6 1/4 by 6 1/4. So I don't have this, it's not big enough. Sorry, I had to grab another piece of paper. I thought I had grabbed enough. So 6 1/4, and on this trimmer, that quarter is hard to see, but it's right here. 6 1/4 right there by 6 1/4. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and score it on here, and we're gonna do this. Oh no, I need the shim. I was gonna score it on there, but I need a shim. So for a shim, you could use like 4 or 5 Post-it notes right here along the edge of your trimmer. I do have this one that was created by Connie Stewart. I can't think of her name at the moment. I'm gonna put a glue dot on it to hold it in place. So Connie Stewart, she had showed this before, and so it just fits. You just make it with window sheet and it fits right over. So we're gonna score all of these sides at 1 inch. And like I said, we're using the shim because we need it a little bigger. I will gosh, I can't think of Connie's site. Simply Simple Stamping. Thank you, Debbie. I made that thing years ago. I should be using my bone folder, but look, I'm over here using my fingers because I have so much stuff all over the place. So we're just gonna cut these tabs to make our lid. And I kind of wanted to do some embossing around the edge, you know, so it doesn't look so plain, but I didn't know what to use. I'm sure there's some border stamps that I could have used, but since I was already pulling out 3 stamp sets, I didn't want to. So it's up to you. The trees for sale one actually has like little, I guess you would call them maybe snow. My fingers got stuck. Snowflakes like these that maybe you could put around the edge. But we're gonna go ahead and not do any. That's just a suggestion. Mine that I had already does not have any stamping on it or embossing. And I'm not sure if I'd have enough gold. I've been using so much gold. I always, is that hanging over? Use my little clothespins to hold these in place while I glue the others. These are at the Dollar Tree. The best $1.25 investment for me. And let's put one more. And so we can let this glue, but that's our lid, because now we're going to go ahead and do our, we're going to cut out our stitched square because we're going to need some more embossing done. So that's about 3. So I'm going to cut it at like 3 1/4 just to make sure I have enough. Let me get my embossing machine. Cut out the square. And I hope this is not shaking my camera all over. That's the only cutting unless we do the tree. Like I said, I had done the tree, there's something on mine. I did the tree, I fussy cut it, but there is a die for it. Okay, so now we're gonna do the trees. So these are all the trees. I have so many trees. But to make this fit, we're gonna use the large one. We're gonna do a side. So we're doing the skinny one. So this one, and I think we can do these at the same time, embossing. Whoa, I got ink all over. So we'll do this skinny one here. So we're gonna stamp off first because I don't want it dark blue. We're going to put this one down here. And I had a feeling that was going to happen because the way I stamped it. Oh, now I messed it up. All right, let's try the back side. Although my stitching isn't going to be... Oops, almost forgot to stamp off. Actually, you know what? This is why I had my foam pad here. Oh, look, I just got ink on... I got ink all over me. Okay, let's stamp off. This Starry Sky is very juicy, so that's why. Let me grab a baby wipe so I don't get this blue all over everything else. Wipe it off somewhat. Okay, so now we're gonna do the Versamark on the veins, that one, and this one. Let's bring, I can't believe I got that ink right there. So this will go on here. Well, you know what they say, that's where you put an embellishment, but it's kind of in an odd spot. So let's do our gold trees. I told you there's going to be a lot of embossing today, but look at how pretty these trees look. So pretty. Except for my boo-boo. So on this one, let's go ahead and do this one right away since we have it out. And we're going to do the same thing. Stamp off. I don't know what I'm doing with... I think I need to stamp on the foam pad. Oh, well, this one's going to be a little... going to have some dark on it because I messed it up. My stamping. That's why I like to stamp on the foam pad. So now we're going to do the Versamark again. Right on there like that. Let's get my gold embossing powder. Do you guys like to emboss? I mean, I kind of went overboard. Oops, no wonder. See, now I just got embossing powder everywhere. Kind of went overboard on the embossing powder. But I've already told you guys, I always get embossing powder everywhere. Look at that mess I did. I think the embossing powder just makes it elegant. So pretty. If I would have did these in white, I probably would have went full strength on the tree, and then it would have looked more like snow. All right, I'm moving all these guys out of the way because they look like they're just gonna create a big mess. So, like I said, I have the die for this one. So I'm gonna cut it out with the die. If you don't, you can fussy cut it, because that's what I did with my original one. But here's the die. I wish they would have put these dies out for sale. They were a celebration item, and they're a popular set. I think they ended up selling out, so it would have been nice for them to make them again and have them in the catalogs. All right, so let's get that out of the way. Oh my goodness, I'm dropping everything. Get this out of the way so it doesn't mess up our nice pretty box. Okay, so the last thing, it bothers me that, you know what, we're gonna use some, we are gonna use some gold dots. So I don't know if I could put them there, some gold pearls. So now we're gonna stamp our sentiment. There. I feel like I could put like a star or something on top, but we have the festive pearls that we're gonna use. Well, I'll wait and put those on. Let's assemble our box some more. Any ideas what I could do with that right there? I feel like maybe putting some white out on it just to fix it. I can't believe I did that. So there's our lid. And we're gonna use this pretty gold. We're staying with the gold theme. And we will tie a bow here to the side. This gold ribbon is so pretty. My fingers are all blue. I got a lot of blue ink on me somehow. My ribbon scissors. And cut those off like that. Now we're going to put dimensionals. That was my boo-boo to begin with. And of course, my dimensionals are out. So let's use the edges. Here goes another edge. It's like, I guess I need to check all this stuff before I start. But even when I think I have everything, I don't. I don't know what it is. So we're gonna put this right on here. Kind of over to the left, because now we're gonna add our tree, our die cut tree. And let me get another, cut another one of these. All right. And we'll put that right here, kind of over, so it doesn't cover up the Christmas. Now, our festive pearls, we can add, and I'm gonna put 2 down here, and I have 2 on my tag. I don't have a bigger one, but do you think if I put that third one, it covers it? And these are so pretty. You could add these even to your tree. Let's add a couple to the tree just to add some ornaments. We'll do it to the popped up one. There. Maybe one more up here. There. So there's our box. Oh my goodness. It was fairly quick and easy. Just, you know, we had a lot of embossing to do, but here's the boxes. You can see I added the red pearls here. We had to add an extra to try and cover that boo-boo. But this one you could tell I fussy cut. This was the one that was die cut, this tree. But that's it. Now I have 2 gifts ready to go for Christmas. I hope you guys like this project. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos during the week because now that we're getting close to Christmas, you know, I want you guys to be able to create things for Christmas. So don't forget to share my video. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get a lot of subscribers. I need them. You guys all have a good week. And thank you for joining me. And thanks for your nice comments on my box. You guys take care. Bye.